This
is Woodside Church Kids.
Hey everyone, welcome to this week's video. My name is Matty and this is for the kids in Excite. Over the last couple of weeks we've been learning about a guy in the Bible, a prophet called Elisha. And remember, a prophet is someone who can hear from God and tells people what God wants them to do. And this week we're looking at one last thing that Elisha did for God in our story called Naaman. And our story says, Naaman was the leader of a great army. His wife had a little servant girl from Israel, but Naaman was sad and worried. He had a sickness called leprosy, which is a sickness that affects your skin. It was a really very bad sickness. One day the servant girl said to Naaman's wife, "I wish Naaman would go and see Elisha, and Elisha would help him get well." So Naaman went to Elisha's house, and Elisha told him, "Go to the Jordan River, wash yourselves 7 times there, and then you will be well." This sounded silly to Naaman. He was angry. "I could wash in my own rivers at home," he said. "They're better." But Naaman's servant said, "Do what Elisha said. It's an easy thing to do." So Naaman went to the Jordan River. He washed 7 times, and he was well, just as Elisha said he would be. And that's the end of this week's story. And what a great story this is. Naaman had leprosy, which was a nasty skin sickness, and he was told by Elisha to wash in the river 7 times, in the Jordan River 7 times. And what's more amazing is it worked and he was healed. But do you think he was healed because he washed in the Jordan River? Do you think there's something special about the Jordan River? Well, no, there was nothing special about the Jordan River. Do you think it was because he washed 7 times? Well, no. Washing 7 times isn't going to heal his sickness. In fact, it was God who healed him. But Naaman had to trust Elisha and trust that Elisha was speaking from God. Sometimes we can do things for God that might seem a bit weird, might seem a bit scary sometimes as well. Like we might look a bit silly for doing them. But we can trust that God will help us and does things because he loves us. Much like Naaman in our story, it looked a bit silly to him to go and wash 7 times in the Jordan River, but he trusted it was from God. And in fact, God did great things for him by healing him when he followed what God had told him to do. So I've got 3 quick questions now to help us remember some of the things that happened in this story. My first is, what made Naaman sad and worried? What was it that he had to go to Elijah for? Well, that's right, he had a sickness called leprosy, and it wasn't very nice for him, so he wanted Elisha to help him. And what did Elisha say that Naaman had to do? That's right, Elisha told him to go to the Jordan River and wash 7 times in the water. And how did Naaman react? How did he feel when Elisha told him to do this? That's right, he was angry because he thought he had nicer rivers where he lived. He didn't think he had to go to the Jordan River. But he went there anyway because he trusted that Elisha knew what he was talking about and that he trusted Elisha was talking from God. And he went to the river and washed, and he was healed by God, which is just an amazing, amazing story. So this week in Woodside Kids Weekly, I've counted this story again, so if you want to read it again in your own time, you can. I've got some challenges and a craft and some activities, and if you have any photos or videos of the stuff you've been getting up to during the week, then you can send them to my email and I'll try and put them in next week's videos and Woodside Kids Weekly. So until next week, keep well, love each other, and chat to Jesus. Bye!